More power! Well, let's see here. What are we doing? Looks like we're changing the oil on the Cub tractor tonight. Let's see here if we can get a little better picture. Not of me, but of what we're doing. So basically what we're doing tonight is changing the oil and the filter in the 1953 Cub tractor. We're getting ready for spring. The temperature has changed. It's 60 degrees at 6 o'clock at night. I'm home from work and I've decided I'm going to try to change the oil, the filter, put some fresh gas in, probably do a little bit of lube on some of the Zerks, ones I can find, and then we'll take Ruth out and do a little bit of harrowing. Assuming she'll start. She hasn't started since, boy, I don't think I've started it since, or him. I'll tell you the story about that someday. I haven't started him since, I don't think I've started him since potato season, since we dug the potatoes. So, it's been a while. Should be interesting to see if it starts. It's a long, cold start, I guess you'd say. So let's get to changing the oil. It's a little hard, or the filter. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to have to take off the arm for the cultivator just to give myself a little more room to get in there. So bear with me. That wasn't too hard. So that probably takes a 3/4, I assume. Yep, it does. Just happen to have a 3/4 right on hand. Guess I didn't tighten that down too tight. Well, remember that. Don't tighten too tight, because it wasn't too tight and it wasn't leaking. If I remember right, this is a fairly long bolt. Power is disconnected, so I don't have to worry about shorting anything. Power's been disconnected since last fall. Oh, here we go. Best way to pull that right out of there. Filter and all. There we go. One filter. Still looks alright. But we'll put a new one in. Certainly will. The oil still feels really good. Don't see any, don't feel any flakes or anything. I'll take that gasket off in a minute. Okay, I apologize for the film quality, but I had to switch cameras because the batteries were dead in the other one. This camera, something's wrong with the lens. It's all washed out. But now we're at the point where we need to change the filter. Alright, let's take off the cap. Didn't leak. That's good. Now, I do want to Tractor Supply sells the oil filters for these. Fram's the manufacturer that makes them at Tractor Supply, but it doesn't come with a gasket. Fram doesn't put the gasket, the O gasket that goes on the top here. I don't know why, because the gasket that I took out certainly shows some signs of wear. I wouldn't want to put it back in. So I would recommend going to Napa and getting the Napa Wicks. It's a Wicks filter, but it's a Napa. The Wicks makes it for Napa. So, and it goes right in, and it comes with a brand new rubber seal. Put that right there. We'll put some oil on that. Just want to inspect this. Clean that up a bit too. There. Looks good. Well, let me get some oil. Buy it by the 2 gallon. There's a little bit of oil. There we go. That right there. Isn't that interesting? Doesn't want to go on. There it goes. Oh, there you go. It's on. Get some oil up there. Now, let's set her back in. Screw her on. Now I am going to prime it a few times before I actually let the engine run, just to try to fill up that filter so it doesn't run dry. Alright, now let's give it a little tension down. And like when I took it off, it was just as it was starting to get tight, I think. There, I think that's good. Of course, we'll check for leaks. If we need to go down a little, tighten it down a little bit more, we will. Alright, now, while I'm right here thinking about it, I'll put the arm back on. Just a simple matter of lifting up the cultivator bar. Just slips right in the back in the arm. Put the pin in, just like that. Back in business, all hooked up, ready to go. Now, I want to drain the oil. Excuse me. This one will do it. This one might do it. This one will do it. Okay, let's drain the oil. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's springtime. And who should come to visit for spring but the mosquitoes are out already here on this 23rd of April. What the heck, huh? Yeah. It may look like it slipped off, but it slipped off because it loosened up. Now, can you see that? Let's slow you down a little bit so you can see what's happening. Okay. It is black oil, that's for sure. Here we go. It's a little bit tricky with the cultivator in the way. Not too bad. I'm going to call that good for the oil drain. Just getting a thin stream now. So I think that's pretty good. I'll just put my finger in there, see if I feel any. Yeah, there's some gunk in there. I'll probably end up, maybe for the Cub Fest, we'll take that apart and see what we're finding in there, because that was probably an old injury from the Cub. But basically it feels pretty good in there. Nice and smooth. Well lubricated. As far as my little finger can go. Alright. I did feel a little piece of crud. I don't know what that was. Maybe the filter will take care of that. Okay. And I didn't drain the oil filter canister. I know. But that's okay. The oil isn't in bad shape, so a little bit that didn't get drained out isn't going to hurt a thing. Wondering what that spring is, the little wire on this wrench. That conveniently wraps around a crowbar and gives me lots of purchase power. It's called the persuader wrench when it's not being used by hand. Ready to go at a moment's notice, as long as I'm within reach of the crowbar. Alright, so let's head over and pour some oil in. See what happens. That's going to be a little tricky because we don't know how much to put in from a 2-gallon can. Battery, so I didn't get to show everything, but got the oil changed. We're all hooked up. We're going to do some heroin right after sunset. So here we go. Hopefully it's not too muddy. We're going to find out. Whoop. Alright, back her up. Put some angle onto it. Come on. Oh, there. There we go. Start with that. Oh, I guess we can put a little more on there. Here we go. probably all the time we got for tonight. Battery's running low. Thanks for watching. We'll have more. We just cut the top just to dry it out. Gonna have a nice day tomorrow. Probably dry that, the rest of it out, and we'll hit it again tomorrow. Do a deep cut. So thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye bye. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this. And we'll catch you again real soon. Bye bye. More power.